Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I'll be with you in just a second. I'm just writing postcards to encourage people to vote and save democracy. But since you're here, since I've got you, so you remember maybe a couple weeks ago, I came to you with a video about my best friend Jason, who is also the creator and host of the Let Me Listen family of podcasts that I am on. Alongside Jason, we do the Late Seating podcast, which is a movie review show, and we do the Ensign's Log, along with Dana Cole, who is also my co-host on the Trek Reluctantly live streams we do every Wednesday. And together on that one, the three of us do a Star Trek comedy podcast, an improv Star Trek comedy podcast. And we are still running the annual Let Me Finish or Let Me Listen family of podcasts fundraiser. And the link to that, it's a GoFundMe, that is in the description of this video. And of course, that GoFundMe is not only to help Jason pay for the next year of podcasts that we want to produce, but that is also to help Jason offset the cost of his medical bills because he has heart failure. And he's doing fine. Health wise, he's doing fine. He's not on death's door or anything. He's managing his health. But it's expensive and he has a lot of bills piled up. And so some of the money from the fundraiser is going to that. And also, Jason and his family are looking to move to a new city. And for that reason, Jason has asked me to come on here again and to remind you, just a friendly reminder that the fundraiser is still ongoing and that the link is in the description. And if you could possibly contribute to it and help Jason and his family out, that would be terrific. Or if you can't afford to do that right now, just share the link around on your socials so that other people can see it and hopefully contribute. And you'd really not only be doing Jason a favor and be doing all of us involved with the podcasts a favor by also, contributing to that, but you'd be doing me a favor personally, because I have to tell you, just between us, don't tell Jason this, really tired of him calling me every night and just whimpering and crying and saying, I got to get out of here. I got to move. I got to find another place to live. I don't think my neighbors like me as much as they should, which, what is that? But anyway, he's really upset about that. And, he calls me every night, and most of the time it's not even words. It's just, it starts out with a sentence or two of just sort of stating the same grievances that he always says. And then it's just whimpering. It's just whining and just nonverbal sounds. And I mean, usually what I do is I'll put him on speaker and then I'll mute myself and I'll just set the phone down off to the side, and I'll just keep watching TV or doing whatever else I was doing, writing postcards or editing a video or masturbating or whatever I was doing when he called. And if it sounds like he says something that warrants a response from me, then I'll pick up the phone and I'll unmute myself and I'll say something back to him, and then I'll just mute it again when he goes back into his muttering and his murmuring and his whining. And every once in a while, I'll just unmute myself just to offer kind of a generic response so that he thinks I'm listening to him. I'll say like, oh man, yeah, that's tough, or just something like that, just so he feels like I'm still with him. And then eventually he falls asleep and I just sort of quietly hang up, and then I can finish whatever I was doing. So you'd really be doing me a favor by helping Jason out and contributing to the GoFundMe or sharing the link around so that others can contribute to it, so that we can keep doing podcasts and Jason can pay down some of his medical expenses, and Jason and his family can move somewhere else, get out of the shitty town, I guess. Do they have towns in California, or are those all gone because of the quakes and the fires? Is it just like scattered human settlements now? I'm not entirely sure what the situation is in California. But Jason wants to move. He makes it sound really important from what I can make out through, the nonverbal noises that he makes. He doesn't sound happy. So if you can do whatever you can to help my best friend be happy, happy enough to not be bothering me with it so often. That would be great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I know Jason really appreciates it too. And now, if you'll excuse me, back to saving democracy.